Buka. Dia cepat tutup. Saya belanja barusan. Assalamualaikum, Prof. Yos. Assalamualaikum, Prof. Yos. Ini banyak dari Yordania nih. Ibu Dian. Salam.
Assalamualaikum, Prof.
Fotonya belum kelihatan.
Apa kabar? Iya, apa kabar, Prof? Sehat?
Dewi Ajeng Widarni yang diasuk juga. Ibu Dian grup Jakarta kan? Ibu Dian grup Jakarta kan?
Iya, Prof. Jakarta.
Nih Propius. Nih Propius.
Iya, Prof.
Belum masuk ya? Oh pantas tadi itu menggema suara saya. Foto itu nomor screen. Pak Rian belum masuk ya? Pak Rian belum masuk ya? Oke. Rajin. Rajin.
Ya, Prof.
Ya. Pak itu. Sama menawi apa? Itu. Nawar. Sama menawi apa? Mangga mayo.
Assalamualaikum, Dr. Yus. Dr. Yus, boleh.
Boleh, Dokter. Assalamualaikum, Prof. Yus.
Alhamdulillah.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Waalaikumsalam. Aminullah, Prof.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
Dengan kawan-kawan.
Oke, bagus. Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat pagi semua. Good morning.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, Prof.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Very clear.
Good morning. So you can hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
Yes, clear.
Okay, first of all, so Assalamualaikum and good morning once again. So I would like to thank Faculty of Business, Economic and Social Development for organize this workshop. So thank you for those who participate for my slot today. Okay, if you have any questions, so feel free to interrupt me. Yeah? Okay, are you okay? Maybe I have limited access to chatting, so if I have time, so I can read your question through chat box. Okay, can I start now?
Okay, Doctor. Okay.
Okay. First and foremost, so I've been assigned this topic, writing for publication. This is 2 hours talk. So for my session, maybe I will stop at 12 o'clock, maybe for 5 minute break. Okay, and then continue after that lah. So that you have time to stretching and then could go to drink or to the washroom, so that you have time to relax. Okay, because we cannot absorb all the information in 2 hours straight. So now let's proceed. For those who still not knowing me, so it's a brief introduction about me for those who would like to contact me. So you can clarification from me. You can using this email address, so that I try to avoid mix of email from my UMT email. So I'm university lecturer DS53. So maybe some of you keep questioning why 53, why 54. So I'm 53. Actually, I'm bringing the promotion of associate professor from University Science Malaysia. So angka genap dan ganjil lah. So angka DS53 is 54 is promotion from within. So at the same time, besides, so I'm also certified professional coach and also masteries practitioner related to coaching. So if you have any topic that you want to discuss, so I can help you in any time. Okay. Record, if you refer to Scopus and Web of Science, I can give you my OKID, Scopus ID, as well as my Google Scholar. So I also provided my researcher ID and also my Facebook page. All right, so moving on. Okay, I have Sifu also. My friend in UMT also have Sifu. They begin with some of the quotation. Okay, like Dr. Hafaz talked yesterday, also sharing a very beautiful quotation. So this I'm following my Sifu, which is Professor Tiramaya. The secret of success is to know something nobody else knows. All right, so not necessarily whatever I share information today you not heard before. Maybe you already heard the information. Maybe some of you you can take whatever information, whatever benefit to you. If you not relevant to you, you can put aside. Okay, that's no wrong and right answer for any talk. So just expand your knowledge. free because I'm also have limited knowledge to share. So at least I'm sharing, okay, to my audience for today. Okay, as a start as well, there is in the middle is my Sifu. Okay, like Dr. Hafaz talked yesterday, Professor Ramaya is my mentor and also my Sifu since my MBA time at USM. Okay, the smallest, not smallest, I'm the smallest one here. And then on your left is if you met him before, if you're familiar with mixed method research, he is the one who expert in this research method, which is Professor Wismanes Venkatich. I met him in 2019 at Monash University. So they flew him straight away from USA, bring to Malaysia. So I have the opportunity to attend his workshop. He is so good in terms of give knowledge, speaking, so you not feel sleep during his presentation. He is so expert. Okay, you can check his H index is very, very high. Okay, in fact, Professor Rabaya not even have paper with him because for him, Prof. Venkatech is like God, dewa. Okay, tahap dewa lah. So it cannot compare with me. So I'm also is a little, still little baby that gaining for more experience. Okay, besides that, there is my also guru that is close to me. I met him in April 2019 at Montpellier, France, which is for those who doing on green human resource management or circular economy. He is the associate editor of Journal of Clean Production, which is Professor Chaba Jose and his wife, okay, Anna Beatrice. I have opportunity to visit him during my conference in Barcelona during that time. So we took train, okay, about 2 hours from Barcelona to France purposely to meet him. Okay, because we want to meet our guru. Okay, he is so kind and very nice, and in fact now he is my mentor as well. Okay, so I spent on my own money to travel from Barcelona to his place, and then I visited his office and then his university Montpellier, and then right now they already moved to university in UK, okay, for last 6 months, okay. There is a brief introduction before we start to the gist of the content of the presentation. Okay, another guru for me is Professor Miguel Olivas Lujan. So he's area of interest in electronic human resource management. So I really hope I can continue this topic now, looking for the student who can do this topic. I also met him twice, and then using my own pocket money, met him in Pennsylvania, and then drove from New York to his place, and then visited his family in Pennsylvania. So now before this he's with Clarion University, and then now moving to Penn State, okay, College of Liberal Arts. Okay, we still keep in touch, and then but still less publication with him because I'm now focusing on green human resource management. Okay, what is interesting with him? Normally my publication is actually Prof. Miguel invited me to write with him. So there is my recent publication with him, and also Sergio Madero. So on the Grutter publisher with Encyclopedia of EHRM, which is discuss what happened in EHRM in emerging markets. Good sharing. And then even though I have other commitments, but since my guru invited me, I try to find time to complete whatever they trust that I need to contribute to his co-author for their publication. Okay, this is my WordPress, so not updated. Okay, I've created on my own. Okay, just pay about 500 to master student. Okay, and also there is long web page in previous name of the school. Okay, just only one page. That's why I've created my own web page because I'm already familiar with UC Science Malaysia. All information in the website. Okay, this is a little bit of my H index. So I have H index 10 with citation 318. I've updated the slide just now, which is already finalized yesterday. Yesterday is my citation 309. So today is 318. Okay, okay. Now this is my area. I look at this highly citation of my paper. So that's why I am now try to focus on international student adjustment research and also EHRM. That one is the most contributed citation of my H-index. So that's why I need to look again at my research area. So the first hit is on the international student adjustment, followed by green lah. Okay. So this is the most contributing papers for my area. Besides, you can refer to my Google Scholar. Okay, easily can find. You just Google. Okay, since the topic given to me on the writing for publication, for me, if I just like to share on the research book or book, publication is actually consists of many things. Okay, maybe in terms of journal publication, journal articles, or proceedings, or maybe books or research book or newspaper or any other publication. That's a very wide topic for me, given to me. So now, so I try to focus. So I just focus on journal articles because why? My audience for today is postgraduate student. Before you graduate, you need to publish 2 Scopus paper, right? Okay, so my focus is only on how you need to strategize yourself to publish in a journal article. Okay, at least 2, all right? So then now in front of you, if you can tell me what is in front of you. Anyone?
Some articles.
Articles, yes, very good. So there are so many articles. There is School of Thought, still printing. So I'm old school as well. So I like to print. Some of the articles I save in Drive. So during my time, I printed. And then my guru also printed the articles like Professor Ramaya. I'm also following his habit. When he's traveling, he bring his backpack. So in his bag is many articles in his bag. So during his free time, during waiting for check-in to the plane, so he took articles and they read at the airport. He is very prolific researcher for me. So you need to put on the wall. You need, of course, this time all the pandemic situation, and also all the you need to save in your Drive. Okay, so read. So there's no simple formula and no shortcut. You have to read. Okay, so here number 1 formula as scholars. Okay, I prefer to call you scholars, not students. For PhD scholars, number 1, you cannot skip reading. Okay, that's a very important formula. Okay, so I cannot give any ingredient. Maybe you eat more secret recipe. I don't know. So for me, number 1 formula when I attended talk in organized by UM. Okay, why how they increase their ranking. So with the professor in UM, there's a no shortcut, and other formula is reading. Okay. So you need to continue read, and then read when you have momentum, and then you know what will be your next stage. So during my time, okay, for information, I all grad from local universities, from University Pertanian Malaysia, Putra Malaysia, and then MBA from USM, and then PhD in UITM. So I feel proud. I've graduated from 3 local universities that bring me where I am here. Okay, you need to rate. So for the first 6 months, so there's no simple formula. There's no shortcut. So for the first 6 months, some of the scholars cry. In fact, I'm also cry. Don't know where to pick up, and then in fact, my supervisor not teaching you one by one. So my students are blessed of having me. I'm teaching them step by step. So during my time, I all independent, read and read and read, and then don't know what to read. So during for the first 6 months, crying and then settlement to Shah Alam and etc. So and then my supervisor trigger me. Okay, after 6 months, you need to defend your proposal. So you cannot imagine how's your situation during that time, because I know nothing about my own topic. My topic is given by my supervisor. Okay, he's like change the world person. So for me, I'm not train my student to change the world. So for me, PhD is this is my opinion. Maybe you have different opinion. You need to be able to know the research method for PhD. So if you want to change the world, later you apply grant. When you report as lecturer, you want to change the world. If you want to change the heaven, go ahead. Okay, so so whatever they have, articles, they have progress, they just put in their own folder. So I can access anytime. So since Khalid is my GRA, so he need to search for articles related to my grant topic. So if I have time, I'm also reading from alphabetical A until Z. So I read, okay, from A until Z author, surname. So that's to give you momentum. So there is 100 over articles. I'm still reading. Okay. So I read, and then I also give advice to my new student. Read first round. Okay, just read, and then to get momentum. And then you go back second round, you go back to alphabetical A again. So during that time, you have momentum ready, and then you have energy to start your writing. Okay, there's no simple thing. So you read it and then read and read again. So that's also happened to my new area, which is coaching. So I also do the same thing when I'm writing paper. I start alphabet A until Z of the author. So first round, then second round, I know what should I include in my publication. Okay, this is my suggestion to my beloved students, especially to the other audience. Kindly refer to UMT databases. They pay thousands of dollars, and then in fact a million. Google Scholar, not all articles in the Google Scholar are good, but you can see for the topic for each article in the Google Scholar, they stated whether they are from Sage Open, whether they are from Taylor and Francis. Just download from that particular database, or for that particular database only, which is Taylor, Wiley, and etc. Emerald, which is high reputable. can mention a few. Okay, Santa Mary, Haslina. Okay, that one is my reference during my PhD study. Okay. So this USA-based thesis, please download. Even as acknowledgement also, you need to read. Okay, so now I would like to share what you need to do before you start writing. Okay, this is metric literature tabulation. Let me share this one. Am I going too fast?
Yes.
Very fast? So do I need to slow down my lecture? Okay, can you see this?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Can you see?
Yes. Let's see.
Okay. When you read, okay, I also give credit to Khalid. Okay, I love to mention my student lah. So sometimes I reject, and then sometimes I ask him to improve the tabulation. So he keep improving. So there is not simple thing. So even my other student ask for the soft copy, I won't give. So there is his own initiative to create the tabulation. You can snap picture. In fact, I'm not sharing this one. You can take your own creativity to build your own tabulation metric. For him, so I asked him to classify who's doing the topic on individual level studies of green human resource management by country. Because some of the call for paper in green HRM, they are looking for Asian countries. That's why I asked him to classify what are the researchers for that particular country. So, and then he classified based on my discussion with him, okay, based on country China, who's doing from Malaysia, and then other countries. Okay, this is very helpful to you to share to the audience your gap or the previous study or your novelty as compared to others. Okay, so here his tabulation. And in fact, sometimes when I feel have extra time, I try to search for article, and then I WhatsApp him. Khalid, do you have the article? No, Prof. Okay, thank you for sharing. So that's the way I'm sharing the new article with my students. And then he also classify, okay, how it links with the variables that we are going to test. Green HRM and employee green behavior. So this is the author that have the link between the two. Okay, so we also tabulated based on which article doing on qualitative as compared to quantitative. So that if you want to do qualitative, you can justify there are very limited study on green HRM do on qualitative. And in fact, you need to explain Silva did in which country, in what aspect. So you need to highlight what is your contribution. There is quantitative study. There are so many, okay, 64, okay. So in fact, you can justify your novelty too for quantitative based on your framework. Okay, mixed method and then literature review. So for this one, Khalid also mixed method, literature review and conceptual paper. So slowly I guided him. So you need to separate between conceptual paper is different, literature review paper is different. So there are different classification. The next tabulation matrix, okay. So you need to do one by one. It is very tedious, but at the end of the day, it will benefit you. Because why? In the first 6 months of your registration, of my student registration, so I ask each and everyone to do this. Because why? One of my grad student, during his Viva Voce, the examiner request for this one. During that time, you are in hurry, you are very stressful, so you want to do this. Okay, so during that time, you have to be patient. Okay, so in this tabulation, actually there are so many column you can add. So this is very simple that I can share with you. For example, in terms of respondent, from which country and which theory. The most important thing is future recommendation from that particular article. So that so you can see what are the variables that you can continue for your own paper. Okay. So I'm not go through to until the end because this is one of the example of the tabulation metric that really can help you when you are preparing your paper. Okay, next one that I would like to share is another matrix. Okay. Yang ni baiklah. This one. Okay. Tak nampak. Okay, just a second. Okay, can you see this one? Also tabulation metric. Prof. Amin?
Yes, we can see, Prof. We can see, yes.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so this one, when related to the relationship based on your framework that you would like to continue for your paper or for your research, this is based on relationship between IV and DV, for example, IV or A to B. Okay, this is all the authors that proven relationship. If not proven, maybe you can take whatever literature. You can borrow the other literature, for example, green HRM and green management. That one is more than enough to help you to develop your hypothesis. Okay, not necessary if the paper is examined directly to your variable means that one your paper is not so original lah. So that's why I like to have the big framework for my PhD student. Later on during publication, you can take pieces by pieces. Okay, green organization climate and employee ecological behavior. This is the literature to support. This is not directly related to that particular variable, but you can borrow climate with pro-environmental behavior, for example. So that this one, it actually helps you for your hypothesis development, and also you need to bring back this literature for your discussion later. Okay, that's why I want to see. So I'm more very objective person. So I would like to have this tabulation because I'm not really focused on my reading. Okay. This is another. I also stress my student to have in your fingertips and then bring each and every time with your meeting with with me or your supervisor. It's actually helpful lah. Okay. So another this one is okay. Any questions so far? Okay, let's continue. Okay, I've covered metric literature tabulation. So now, other than that, other than you read on your, some students, when you just registered, you don't know what topic you would like to continue. Maybe your proposal is different from what you have defense, okay? Your proposal during your application. Maybe some of you just sit down with your supervisor and then ask for the topic. If you are lucky, your supervisor will share the topic with you. So kindly study your supervisor's work, or maybe if you have a potential reviewer for your paper or your examiner, maybe you just read whatever a supervisor or examiners or reviewer work. So try to read whatever paper they publish, okay, which topic that that make interest in his or her research area. So you can see the citation here, okay, which one is highly cited, okay, so that you can propose to your supervisor that you would like to continue writing the paper, okay. So this one, okay, all about green is actually very hot topic nowadays, okay, if you would like to continue to do your article publication. Okay, there is other thing that is highly cited that you need to focus for your PhD study. Okay, and in fact, try to read his or her supervisor students' work. Okay, I've graduated about 7 students. Okay, since 2016. So this is my recent student, which is Dr. Olawole. Okay, I'm happy to share what I groomed him. So I'm so happy that he's already have H index 4. So like my new student, okay, please refer to Olan website or Scopus so that you can have idea what the topic that we frequently publish together. So highly cited here, 5 cited. And then also during his PhD, he's also helping me to publish this article because he wants to learn. Okay, 25 cited, and in fact, under the JCP, I have 28 cited by. So he's also a co-author with Dr. Sirin. This is my my brilliant student from USM. Okay, and then before that, okay, you as a PhD scholar, if I would like to ask you, maybe you would like to jot down on your book or on a piece of paper in front of you, you need to know who is your guru in your area. Okay, who is your guru? Olan, are you here? Or Imran?
Yes, I'm right here.
Yeah, Dr. Olan, who is your guru in your area?
Professor Jabu.
Professor Jabu. Okay, yes. Great. Okay, thank you, Olan. So, as a PhD scholar or scholars or researcher, you need, like Dr. Hafaz talked yesterday, he able to mention his and etc. Okay, regarding who is the expert in his area. So that one should be in your fingertips, because during your Viva as well, some examiners that I've examination Viva will say asking about guru in the area. Some of the students cannot answer that. Okay, so if in HRM you need to be able to mention these names. Okay, Schuler and Jackson. You need to know he is the guru in human resource management. So in your paper, you need it's a compulsory for you to cite their work, okay, at very minimum. So if I'm also following them, so Schuler and Jackson is actually husband and wife. Okay, they are very scholars, more theoretical background person. I cannot follow their writing style. It's like tahap dewa lah. Okay. This I also learned from my supervisor. He's remember all gurus in human resource management. Guest, Patrick Wright, Budwa from India, Sparrow, Brewster. I met him during my British Academy of Management conference before. Renwick also I met him. So Becker and Gerhard, Dellery and Doughty. These all you need to cite in your human resource management article, okay, if you want to publish in this area. Whereas in green human resource management, like Olan mentioned just now, Chabe Jose, okay, and also Anna Beatrice, okay, Renwick as well, okay, Yuchi and Lu. So Jabu and Jabu is actually also husband and wife. So they are following the step of Schuler and Jackson. So they are very sweet couple. So if you appreciate your guru, you need to able to know where are they right now, whether they are still alive, whether they are moving from other universities. Okay. To that extent, I'm following them from which university, and in fact, when they are moving from here and there, I'm also following wherever they are in the world. Okay, so here is my close guru again. Okay, Professor Chaba Jose. I'm the smallest here. Okay, he is the tallest. Okay, together with her beautiful wife. Okay, based on my experience as well, for my publication is right now is by invitation. So recently, Chaba Jose invited me to stand by on a few papers, and in fact, I'm working with Olan to send a paper at the TQM journal. So sooner is a call for paper for the TQM journal. So from here, it's still not up in the website yet. So I cannot say I'm busy. So yes, everybody is busy. I'm also busy. So I'm quite shy to say no to my guru. So okay, like Professor Ramaya, okay. Is there any pending work from me for your work? No, Prof. So that's why my writing is by invitation. So we need to stand by with articles, and if you would like to send a paper to this journal, please go ahead. Okay, this is very good call for paper soon. So I check this journal, and then so I type using Scopus how you check, and then you type enter title here, and then you can check the queue of the journal. Okay, one case that Chabe Jose also invite me to write an article, so I search one journal. So one time that I said I'm sorry because I'm now focusing at Q1 Q2. So he invite at for Q4 call for paper. So he respect my decision during that time. So here, so I check during the same, after you click TQM journal, you need to check the quartile of that journal. Okay, how you check the quartile? So this is very good opportunity. This is Q1 journal under Scopus. So normally, if I would like to ask whether which quartile for Web of Science, I ask Olan to check. Okay. Later Olan can check for me lah. Okay. So this one for my area is at Q1 Scopus lah. Okay. So this is the quartile. So here you can see how you check this quartile. Number 88 means you are in the first quartile, because number 88 is in the middle between 75 and 99. So which is very good opportunity to contribute. So I'm not too sure which team that Chaba looking at, because I'm not actually on the quality person research area. Okay. Okay, before you start, okay, now moving to the gist of the paper, okay. So what I'm working with my co-author, okay, I propose the framework, and then normally the first that I discuss is Professor Ramaya. So I send him the framework. Okay, when I send him the framework together with the data, and then he replied to me, please send me the hypothesis. Okay, so I send him the hypothesis like this. So this is the template when I would like to start for journal writing. Okay, journal name to be determined. So paper titles, just working title first, and then authors, this is maybe working authors first. Okay, so at least you have momentum to write. After that, so you need to divide your work. Okay, so who should take abstract and keyword? Of course, me lah. Okay, because I'm the one trigger the topic, and then I divide the work. Who's doing what? So when is the deadline? Okay, maybe 1 month, maybe 2 months. Okay, literature review, Dr. Sirin, hypothesis, Dr. Sirin, and of course, analysis is Professor Tiramaya. okay, and then contribution and etc. So you need to decide earlier who's doing what, because why, during the interview, like two of my students asking for the interview, okay, where is your contribution in the paper with Dr. Yusliza? How much percentage? So this one, Imran also is asking during his panel of interviewer, where is your contribution in Dr. Yusliza paper? So this one is actually as a guide for you to answer to the panel. So I'm contribution about 60%, okay, 50%. So that's actually play the role. Okay, the final stage, I'm the one who touching up the whole paper. Okay, so rearranging the paper to make it compact and precise. Okay, now to the topic. So as a paper, so we going to the real topic, writing for publication. First and foremost is of course your title. Okay, even title in a day is actually to give you momentum. Okay, what I would like to share is from my BSE paper. What we are working on before this is the first working title is Green Human Resource Management, a tool for sustainability. So that's my earlier title during my submission. Okay. And then after that, we receive a comment from the reviewer to revise the topic. And then, so this is the end product after the correction. This is the revised title. This is already published in BSE. So this is the different, right? So there are totally different topic from earlier submission until you publish. So you can have working title first. Okay, you need to have title. Okay. Okay, the next one. Another working title that I would like to share. So like Malaysian, so they are quite straightforward. Okay, facilitating greening HRM and empirical study in Malaysia. Okay, very dull topic. And then, so at the end of the day, this Chaba Jose suggested to me, catchy topic. And then that's why we appreciate, we are happy to have international collaborators because they can revise your title. Okay, so you can compare the difference between the two. So from there, I'm learning from prominent scholars why I'm not putting Malaysia in the topic. Because Malaysia, okay, Malaysia kat mana sangat kan? So now, so he suggested to revise the topic in an emerging economy as compared to Malaysia. So maybe in international journal, yes, some cases accepted for you to put Malaysia. But for me, for my publication, it depends. Case by case of my paper, some of my paper I put Malaysia because of reviewer comment. So in earlier submission, I'm not putting Malaysia in the title. Okay. So another factor after title, so you need to decide on the authors of your article. Who is the author? Don't forget your supervisor, okay? And then don't forget your student as well. So for my paper, BSE paper as well, so my first author is my PhD student. He is now at University Malaya International Campus. Okay, I can hear. Hello Bella. Suara saya ada dua. Mungkin someone need to mute. Okay. Okay. So this is the paper. This is the authors of the paper. During my first submission, only 4 names, which is Sirin, me, myself, Ramaya, and also Jabo. So during the revision stage, so Chabo suggested to include Simoni and also Venkatesh. Not Venkatesh, the earlier slide that I showed to you. So this is another Venkatesh. So Sirin having H index 5, Ramaya now 39. So Chaba Joseph 41, okay, Simoni 6, and also Venkatesh 11. So when you include the prominent author, co-author in your paper, so maybe they would like to cite Ramaya. So secara automatic, your H index also increase. Okay, so it actually helps you in increasing your citation. Other than that, okay, this one I also include in the title, a Malaysian study based on reviewer comment. So variety in terms of author. So include people from industry, from international university, and from UMP, other university, my student, and also from Bruno, from Brazil. Okay. Okay, now how you need to write for your abstract. So what I advise my student, let's say you are, you like to read for that particular paper, you just copy and paste first. So then respond to me, Prof, Dr. Yus, I'm afraid of plagiarism. Don't worry, during this time, plagiarism, just copy and paste first, whatever statement that you like. Okay, so for me, when you read so many articles, so I like the way Chaba Jose write the papers. That really suit to my style. Okay, so that's why I'm following him. Actually, to grab him is very tough during my earlier 2006, and before I approached so many guru in my area. So very so I able to catch Chaba Jose, and until now our relationship continue. So I copy and paste. So for example, for this one, okay, you copy from my paper here, abstract. Okay, copy art factors or environmental factors. So you just replace the word from that particular statement. Okay, so that's I learned from the my writing. Okay, self-administered was adopted in a systematic collection of data from education industry in Indonesia. Okay, the partial least square method was used to test the research model of the study, if you want to change lah, from the conceptual framework. Okay, so that's the basic idea for writing abstract. Okay, so and then you go on to the finding and lastly, originality, you need to highlight as well. Okay, as coming to the introduction, okay, you need to be able to start from the pyramid style, terbalik kan? You need to go from broad to general, okay? If normally if I work, my student work, I feel sleep. I need to feel sleepy and then need to sleep and then try to wake up again and then sleep and again, and at the end of the day, okay, Olan, go back and then please improve your English. So that's the indication that I read the paper whether you are having good writing or not. So, for example, from broad to general in my area, so I asked my student to discuss climate change first. Okay, what is climate change happen in the world? Okay, based on the literature. Okay, and then maybe you go narrow a bit. You need to discuss sustainable development goals. Which SDG that you are going to discuss? And then next one, you go more to the more narrower scope to the Malaysia SDG. Okay. And then you go to the context. Okay. Malaysia higher education. Okay. What is the happen in Malaysia higher education? After that, you go to the employee level. If your study is at the employee level. So that's the way you need to narrow down your scope in introduction part. Okay, in introduction as well, you need to concentrate on the focus of your study. What you are focused. Okay, sometimes that I review papers from article. So methodology discussed at the individual level, but at the introduction, they are focusing on higher education, manufacturing firm. So that's why at introduction, I commented, please go to the focus of the study related to your level of study. If you want to solve employee turnover, just focus on the employee problem. So don't talk about manufacturing firm or higher education. That one is organizational level. So you need to focus on the context that issues to be solved. Okay, gap in the literature. That's why I mentioned to you just now. Is very important based on your metric. So you need to be able to discuss one by one. If you have many IV related to DV, for example, so you need to discuss one by one. One relationship, one gap. Second relationship, maybe another paragraph, and etc. Okay, so they try to make it short and precise. Don't long-winded. So try to be focused. So you can read my paper with Nor Azmi from benchmarking. That one is very focused with Yudi Fernando just now. It's very good introduction and easiest for you to follow. Okay, in introduction as well, you need to include your research objective. For example, this is my paper. So my student is also English is not at high level except for Olan lah. Online English dia bagus, so but still in terms of academic writing, I need to guide him lah. So you need to copy and paste in whatever article that you read. So in this case, for example, you copy and paste from another article. So you can replace in the light of the aforementioned information in this paper. If you have 5 dimensions, you take out 3 and then you put 5 dimensions of green HRM. So in this case, is intellectual capital. So you just replace the word. Okay. Were identified to investigate the effect of this dimension on green example. To achieve this goal, a survey was conducted among 500 academicians in higher education in Indonesia. So that's the way of continue. So you can see here the research question you need to include in introduction as well. Okay, so you can see here sustainability in the Asian context. Okay, so don't forget before you go to the literature review section or hypothesis development or theoretical foundation, at the end of the paragraph, you need to include this. Meaning that they not really reading my published article. Okay, so you just replace the word after the introduction, section 1, the need for the study, and etc. And then finally, so just replacing the word. Okay, so try to minimize the plagiarism. Okay, any other question? Before we take a break, about 2 minutes. Okay, if no question, can we have about 2 minutes break? Boleh ya?
Oke, Prof. Boleh.
Okay.
Boleh.
All right, 2 minutes. We meet again at 12:01.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Pak Munawar hadir. Assalamualaikum, Pak Munawar.
Waalaikumsalam, Prof.
Itu tanya itu, Prof Yus kan minta ditanya itu. Kemarin mengenai tugas itu abstrak. Tadi saya udah ya.
Abstrak.
Katanya nanti novelty
Iya,
itu
ya, baik,
ditaruh di
Prof.
mana?
Saya tanya.
Kalau di introduction, apakah di akhir, di tengah, atau di bawah?
Ya, baik. Sudah
Apa?
Prof tanya atau gimana nih tanya nih?
Belum. Nanti Pak Munawar yang nanya.
Sudah Prof tanyakan atau
Terus
gimana?
gimana membuat novelty?
Oh, belum.
Karena itu intinya tesis. Nah, tadi saya tanya kepada presentasi pertama,
Ya,
tapi
baik.
kayaknya belum clear. Tadi atau sementara discuss, komunikasinya kurang, terganggu. Nanti tanya aja bagaimana membuat novelty dalam tesis.
Putus-putus ya?
Bagaimana menemukan novelty. Karena itu yang sulit itu tesis itu Pak, novelty.
Ya.
Iya, kalau sudah ada ketemu novelty
Di
itu udah
novelty-nya itu
lancar.
ya?
Bagaimana membuatnya itu, bagaimana menemukannya.
Ya, baik.
Kalau tadi sudah jelas kan membuat abstrak. Tadi beliau kan sudah kasih contoh, saya kirim di WA juga.
Boleh,
Contoh struktur kalau membuat abstrak sama yang kita bahas minggu lalu, yaitu tujuan, desain, metodologi, application, temuan, dan terakhir originality atau value. Tadi ini introduction, intinya itu di introduction Pak. Bagaimana susunannya introduction itu? Nanti Bapak tanya, susunannya dari paragraf ke paragraf. Karena susunannya mulai dari awal sampai akhir. Apa saja intinya, poin-poin apa saja yang perlu kita masukkan dari paragraf ke berapa, dari awal sampai akhir. Nah, itu yang penting Pak. Supaya nanti teman-teman, karena proposal itu yang paling sulit di bab 1. Bab 1 itu intinya itu, introduction.
Ya.
Pak Rian hadir ya Pak Rian? Pak Rian hadir juga nggak? Mana Pak Rian? Nggak ada suaranya.
Introduction ini ya, introduction. Hadir Pak.
Nggak ada suaranya.
Hadir.
Hadir, rajin dia, paling rajin dia Pak Rian. Dia pertama datang tadi pagi.
Hadir Prof.
Alhamdulillah. Ibu Tresia ada? Tresia?
Alhamdulillah Prof.
Tresia, nggak ada suaranya Ibu Tresia. Ibu Dian. Oke, Pak Rajab, Pak Rajab, gimana kabar?
Muhammad Rajab hadir, Prof.
Oke, mantap. Ya, makanya saya kirim link supaya nanti linknya didengar lagi kalau ada waktu.
Harus ulang-ulang berarti.
Tapi di-download ya, karena itu 3 hari saya tutup.
Aduh, terima kasih banget, Prof.
Boleh. Oh iya, Bapak minta aja nanti. Nanti kalau beliau mulai langsung Bapak
minta PPT-nya nggak, Prof? Ini presentasinya bagus-bagus.
Bisa kok dikirim melalui grup itu ya. Kalau PPT.
PowerPoint-nya.
Minta beliau kirim. Oh iya boleh.
Baik.
Iya,
atau mungkin bisa dikoordinasin sama Pak Putra atau siapa gitu ya yang dari kemarin tuh bagus-bagus, soalnya kita butuh ini. Profilnya.
Ada pertanyaan Prof dari Mbak Munawar.
Makasih Pak Prof.
Okay, we continue. Bukan 2 minit, dekat 5 minit.
Dengar
okay,
Prof.
So, can you hear me?
Yes, Prof.
Bella, dengar
saya tak? Prof, dengar.
Dengar, Prof.
Halo.
Dengar.
Kan tertulis satu ya.
Yes.
Boleh siapa-siapa respon? Dengar tak?
Prof, keluar. Oh ya.
Dengar, Prof.
Hello, Doktor. Ini.
Dengar.
Hello, Dr. Yus. We can hear you already. Dr. Yus.
Can you hear me?
Clear.
Yes, Dr. Yus. Very clear. Hear you very clear.
Ya, dengar, Prof. Dengar.
Dr. Yus, I can hear you very clear.
Dengar saya?
Ya,
can you listen?
Oke.
Anyone can respond? Okay.
Yes, very clear.
Yes, ma'am. We can listen you very clearly.
Okay. So dia orang kena mute ni ke? Okay, moving on. So for the literature review, so now what you need to do first, for my style, so I discuss the theoretical background first, and then you go to hypothesis development. So this most of the writer not discuss the right unit of analysis. Okay, if the theory, let's say you want to study on employee turnover, but you discuss theory, what theory? Organizational level, RBV theory. That one is not totally wrong. So in the theory, you need to refer again your tabulation. So after you refer tabulation, you need to select the theory which is really suit to your respondent. Okay, means that your level of study. If you are choosing at the organizational level, so therefore you need to choose RBV theory, for example. Okay, for individual, like maybe social exchange theory. Okay, that's a basic example. So try to justify whether the theory is similar or not with other study respective to your topic that you propose in your article. So this is normally I've commented during my review process. Okay, so this is most of the writer having problem with discussing the theory. First, after you discuss the theory, you go to the hypothesis development. You need to discuss first the focus of your study together with the dimension. Okay, let's say you're focused on green HRM. So you need to discuss literature on green human resource management. So now followed by the other variables. Okay, here my third tip is for literature review, I really stress to my co-author to only cite papers from Scopus and Web of Science. Okay, because why? It's easier for you to get accepted. Okay, let's say my student said, I cited you, Dr. Yus, from this journal in 2012. Okay, no, please exclude that. That one is not Scopus. So even though that one is my own work related to that particular topic. So I encourage the student to cite article from Scopus and Web of Science, okay? Unless you discuss in introduction chapter, let's say you want to discuss on 11 Malaysia Plan, Sustainable Development Goals, that one is okay. You can cite in your introduction. Okay, for the literature, so try to cite only from Scopus and WOS. So I normally go to references list, I search, okay, whether that one is listed in Scopus or WOS. Okay, my suggestion as well, try to cite articles from that particular journal you are going to submit. Okay, if let's say you want to submit to JCP, okay, try to cite from JCP. Okay, in fact, during my review process, let's say I would like to suggest my article to be cited. So I give several DOI together with other authors to cite in their journal article. Okay, when I review paper in JCP, okay, so I sometimes I rejected, sometimes I give major correction. So even though I quite almost reject the paper, but the review always coming back to me to review the new paper. Okay. So cite latest 5 years article except for theory lah. Theory of course you need to cite because theory is memang dari akar umbi lagi lah, you have to cite. So 5 years article means the tabulation that I've shown you earlier. So that is the link of the relationship of your framework. When it comes to the hypothesis development, so the discussion, justification before you come up with hypothesis. That's why the tabulation just now, the link relationship is very important. And again, I've always commented on the direction of the hypothesis that I agree with Dr. Hafaz. And also you need to put direction, okay, either positive or negatively related. Don't just put influence, significant relationship. That one is, to me, I totally do not agree. Okay, if you read Q1 paper, maybe something wrong with the reviewer. Okay, you put based on your reading, based on your tabulation, what are their findings. So therefore, you must put the this one, the direction of the hypothesis. So do not test the main hypothesis. So you just put the sub hypothesis. So that's why I'm not putting a H2 double dot CSR positively related to green human resource management. No, I'm not going to test the uni dimension of green HRM. So I'm testing the dimension. So that's why I have sub A, B, C, D, and etc. Okay, here again, just in case you forgot just now, for those who just joining in, hypothesis development, that's why I want you to show, I want the co-author or student to send me the authors so that you can do writing, some writing lah. Sometimes my student writing, I'm not quite satisfied. So I read the articles and then I write on my own if I have time lah. Okay. So I refer to the article and then I write on my own statement. Okay, so this is the relationship, green HRM and employee ecological behavior. This is the author, climate and behavior. This is the author, top management support and behavior is the author. So I cannot show the whole thing. Later, the originality of my student research is not so original. Okay. Conceptual model, so this is different. So actually slide, different slide is not related to the previous slide, because this slide is not related to this one. So the topic is different lah. Some article say this one is conceptual model. Some put it as theoretical framework. Okay, theoretical framework is the theory is underlying your framework. Research model, so it depends. For me, is not the same, but it's also different. But unless theoretical, is that one is theoretical. Let's say you are using theory of plant behavior, for example. That one you need to put theoretical framework. Another example of my conceptual framework, okay, this one is drawn by Jose just now. He proposed this kind of drawing. Okay, so I put here this one in the bracket based on the uniqueness of the study as compared to the previous study lah. Okay, theoretical framework. Okay, sometimes even though some of you do not agree what is called theoretical framework, but the article is not so strict on this. So during that time, I'm not learning so much, so I'm using theoretical framework. Even there's no such theory exists in this framework. Okay, next methodology. So this I like the most during my review process or my students' work of the article. So I really thorough on methodology. I like Dr. Rahimi image yesterday on the sampling. You need to be able to differentiate between probability and non-probability sampling. This is always commented by me during the review process. So you're not really clear the difference between the two. There's no such thing in the world like my Sifu Professor Ramaya called probability sampling. So that's I'm following him because we cannot have complete set of compilation of the sample unless so that's why in my paper I'm always using non-probability sampling. So I always commented on the methodology part, population, sample, sampling technique. You need to be able to discuss everything in methodology section. Only 2 paragraphs only. That's why I like the most to write methodology section. Okay, when I divide our work. Sample size determination. Don't use long citation, Craig G. Morgan. No. So you have to provide maybe 5 is the best. Rule of thumb for you to determine the sample size. Data collection method, how you collect the data. Okay, if let's say you collect online and also you hand over about 6 months for Olan is very long, but for me it's a bit relaxed. Maybe he just starting his career. I said to him, be patient. Okay, just enjoy the process. Okay, this is another high citation for my journal. Okay. This one during this time, Sirin, but please communicate with your co-authors whether you want to be corresponding, you want to be first author. Try to discuss. Okay, during this time, Jingyi is very severe morning sickness. So she would like to improve the paper, but because not feeling okay, so I do everything. Data is her data, but my research grant on ERGS. So I do the whole thing, and then so I'm discuss with him. I need to be the first author. So my PhD student Imran also improved the paper, Faizah as well, and also of course my husband lah. Okay. This is also another sharing earlier. Okay. Jingyi as well with Olan. Okay. And also with Green Intellectual Capital. Okay, how you make contact? Okay, try your life is about investment. So I learned from Professor Osman Muhammad from USM. He said what I can remember. He's already retired, and then my also mentor. Don't rely on university budget to go for a conference. Try to save your 1 month salary to invest for you to go to overseas. So now masih terngiang-ngiang di telinga saya during his sharing session at USM. So try to save your 1 month salary to invest and then go outside once a year. So that's why try to invest, go to a related conference to your area. So there is a high reputable conference, British Academy of Management Conference. So that's why hopefully COVID will recover very soon. Before I decided to go to the conference, I normally communicate with Chaber Jose. Chaber, where do you plan to attend for conference for 2021? Oh, I'm not too sure yet because of COVID. Maybe perhaps we can plan to meet in Manchester. So I plan and then try to use my grant money to attend this conference next year. During British Academy of Management, there are so many prominent scholars in your area. I like to know each and every one of my gurus in human resource management. So here, Academy of Management, okay, I'm always got rejected when sending conference paper here. Okay, exam to the list is Australian is quite tough as compared to UK and USA conference just now. Okay. URAM conference also, this one all my aiming, normally I targeted to attend the conference. Just go to the conference, don't just for vacation. You attend your slot, present and then go. During my earlier stage, I present and then I go to Melancong lah. So nowadays I can purposely fly from Terengganu and go to US, just purposely stay in the conference. Okay, go networking with their scholars. Annual meetings, Academy of International Business is also my New York Stock Exchange, Bursa Malaysia is about business. Okay, it's about trading. So publication that I learned from other speakers is actually publication for another speaker is a game, and other scholar say that publication is about trading. So today I have Olan to publish in JCP. So maybe one day Olan need to help me in publish in JCP. So we try to win-win situation lah. So it's about trading. So this is island, and also it's about investment. So some we use some my own pocket. early in the morning, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, so that after that I can straight away sleep. As compared to I got accepted, I cannot sleep until subuh lah. Okay, so normal. So my student also normal with rejection, so he can. Okay, regret to inform. Okay, that's fine. Try to submit to other platform. Okay, so that's from me. So hope you enjoy my presentation. I don't know what I'm talking. Hopefully it benefit to you. Okay, I leave it to the audience if you have any question.
Kak Munawar.
No close chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so many questions, huh?
Assalamualaikum.
Okay, question. Okay, welcome from Islamabad. Okay, thank you for register with us. You need to enjoy your study at UMT. Yeah? Okay, so try to utilize whatever resource you have at UMT. You are blessed if you are registered in UMT as compared to other reputable university. Okay, any other question?
Assalamualaikum.
I saw from Indonesia, from Pakistan, from Bangladesh,
Indonesia.
okay, all around the world.
From Indonesia.
Okay, no question in the chat room.
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum.
Hello, ma'am. I want to ask you one question.
Maybe the organizer Bella, you can unmute the participant.
Assalamualaikum.
Pak Izzah macam mana?
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum.
Okay. Okay, I can listen. Okay, go ahead.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Ya, Pak Munawar.
Ini Prof, saya akan tanyakan how to find property in thesis anything it can fall into the hypothesis category.
Say again?
How to make a great introduction.
Macam mana Munawar? Can you repeat your question?
Oke, baik. Saya ingin menanyakan tentang novelty di tesis ya. Itu bagaimana cara menemukan novelty dalam sebuah tesis?
Oke.
Dan apa kategori dari novelty itu? Terima kasih.
Okay. Thank you, Pak Munawar. So that's again like my earlier presentation. You need to do tabulation. You saw my earlier presentation. So based on the article, you saw the future study of that particular article. You can pick up from there, not only based on one article. So you read and read again. That's no simple thing that you can easily determine the novelty of your paper. Okay, if you not read or without your discussion with your supervisor. Okay. So the novelty, you must, based on your reading, you look at the future study and also the tabulation. Okay, Pak Munawar.
Okay, thank you.
2.900.000. Okay, any other question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Suppose I have submitted the article into the Scopus Index journal, and after revision it is accepted, but some journal demanded the publication fee. So how will I deal with that journal? Kindly tell me.
Okay. That's why earlier, normally you need to study the journal first. Some of the journal do not tell earlier in the website whether they charge you the fees. one thing. What you can do, another thing is you email the editor, okay, of that journal, whether that journal involve publication fees or not. Okay, another suggestion for me. So you can ask your supervisor, just in case your supervisor can claim from UMT. Okay, we have if they have funding, they can sponsor you to pay for publication fee with certain amount. So for next year, I'm not too sure whether we have budget for publication or not. Okay. Okay. And then another strategy you can ask, you need to divide. Let's say 5,000 one publication fee. So you divide by author. Okay. If you get accepted, you cannot withdraw. That one is unethical.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Okay, I'm Hesti from Indonesia.
Okay.
To start writing article on the Scopus Index Journal, should we start from the key, the lower key, key 5, key 4, key 3, or start from the first when we are rejected, so we go down, or how? Okay. And then the second is when we are going to, we intend to write our article, how to get close with the famous writer, how to get close with them. Thank you.
All right. Your first question is what? I forgot already. Oh, yeah, your ranking of the journal.
Yes.
Okay, it different two school of thought. Some students aim for Q1, Q2 first. Okay, like my Dr. Olawale like to aiming for Q1, Q2 first. And then once got rejected, and then he go down. And then maybe he try another Q1, Q2. For actually is a mythos, you see, not actually penetrate Q1, Q2 journal is for me is much more easier as compared to Q3 and Q4. Okay, so maybe you can try at the low, another school of thought, you can try, if you not feel confident, you can try Q3, Q4 first. Okay, maybe you can sit down with your supervisor because your supervisor knows better the quality of the paper. Okay, so that's why you have to discuss, you need to communicate and try to manage your supervisor. Okay, if during my PhD time as well, I also aiming for personnel review. Okay, I tried and then got rejected. But Ramaya said, you still can approve the paper and then submit, resubmit again. So during that time, I feel demotivated. I improve the paper and then send to Q lower journal. So it different. It case by case. If you feel confident, try to get close to your supervisor to get motivation. Okay. Your second question is what? What is the second question?
How to get close? How to find?
Okay. Okay, how to get close to the prominent scholars. So we okay, first just now I mentioned you go to the conferences. Okay. Secondly, during my time, I'm also like to be near to the guru. I email. Okay, email my thesis, email my data. Majority of them not replying to you. Only paling ada pun nombor ganjil lah 3. Paling tidak pun saya seorang tu je lah. Okay, I try to get close with him. So the minute you get, that's one I also get experience from the other speaker. Okay, try to be friend with him forever and ever lah. So email and then and then she commented, and then Sawang already in UK as well. That's why I plan to go to UK to meet both of them, even though they don't know each other. Sawang, she's from Thailand and then now moving to UK. Okay. Beatrice also here, Jabu also here, also there, and then Renwick also there. So that's the strategy I did lah during my life. Not so young right now. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mom, for your advice and suggestion. Inspired me.
No, it's my pleasure. Okay, can you show references of accredited medical journals which can be used as references in my thesis? Okay, you can refer just now in Excel. There are comprehensive compilation of all journals you can find. Let's say you just type medical, so we'll show you the hit which is suitable to your area. Okay. This one you can easily download from Scopus if you wish to have, and then you can feel free to email me. And then what I would like to share with you, please join Facebook. I'm also still using Facebook, like my guru Professor Ramaya. Join doctorate support group. So lots of sharing from professors related to your academics. Okay, any other question?
Doctor?
Yes?
I'm Mohammed from Jordan.
Hi.
Hi, Doctor. Doctor, I need the PowerPoint if you can send to us.
Okay, sure. I can send you, maybe Nabila can send?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
Welcome. If possible, provide us this lecture is very important. If possible. Ode, what did you mean? Yes, I'm giving the lecture already. So do you want me to have again the lecture? Sure, I'm more than happy. Okay. Okay, any other question before we end the session? Okay, how to set the introduction from beginning to the end. So I've already explained to you in my earlier slide. So you need to focus from bigger scope to the narrower scope. Okay, there's no simple formula unless you read and read. So that's why I ask my student, read, and then if you're interested with that paragraph, you copy and paste first. Okay, and then if you love that kind of statement of that particular article, you copy and paste first, and then you know better which paragraph you should insert. Okay, so that's the momentum rather than you not writing. Okay, better. Okay. Okay, any other question? Okay, your introduction is very important, yeah? Introduction in your paper that can trigger the reviewer to proceed with the decision. Okay, novelty, whether at the front, middle, or at the end of the paper. Novelty normally towards the end of the paper before the paper structure. Okay. Okay, what is the meaning of Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 journal? This one, I think, is another platform you can join. Q1, Q2, Q4 is the lowest quartile. The quartile which is not so. All journal is good, but they based on the ranking. Okay, Q1 is the very top lah. Okay, but Q is also depends on the Scopus or Web of Science. If you can Web of Science Q1, you are so good lah already. So you can happy with your publication. Okay, anything else? Okay, there are so many questions about novelty. Okay. Okay, with that, if you do not have any questions, so thank you very much. So that's no simple ruling. So if benefit to you, you can take. If not, you just listen and then take it as a general knowledge to improve further. I'm also sharing from my little knowledge, but from what I've learned from other webinar. Okay, if you think that you feel hurt with my kidding just now, I'm so sorry. And then hopefully we can meet physically one day, insyaAllah. Okay?
Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you so much. Hope you enjoy.
Thank you,
And
Prof.
then selamat makan tengah hari dan happy.
Terima kasih,
Happy
Dr.
New Year,
Prof.
Prof.
Yusrita.
Yeah.
Thank you, my doctor.
See you later.
Nak ambil gambar tak?
Boleh.
Nak ambil gambar tak? Kalau nak ambil gambar, semua orang on camera, okay?
Ya, diorang ni Facebooking banyak.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for listening patiently.
Yes.
Okay, ready kita ambil gambar
Bila tak buka pun.
Saya tak ada kamera. Okay, ready? Sekejap, kita tunggu orang buka dulu. Okay, one, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Freestyle. Alright, okay.
Thank
you.
Ya.
Esok saya bagi cuti ya.
Terima kasih.
Selamat tahun baru semua. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Assalamualaikum, Prof.
Terima kasih, Prof. Yus.
Terima kasih, Yus.
Sama darling. Sama-sama kasih.
Assalamualaikum all of you.
Waalaikumsalam. So
Ya,
next week siap
insyaAllah.
satu paper ya semua.
Thank you, Doctor.
Prof.
Angga tak tahu nak bagi dia besar.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
See you.
Nabila ada record tak? Ada peserta request for recording session?
Saya record.
Okay, nanti send kepada yang memerlukan.
Okay.
Munawar sudah.
Bye, darling.
Pak Munawar.
Prof, maybe can you give us your presentation?
Sure. I will send to Nabila and then she will pass to the participants. Boleh Bella? Bella boleh semua boleh. Boleh. Bagus, cemerlang terbilang.
Okay, saya end meeting, okay? Bye.
Okay, bye. See you. Depan.
Demikian presentasi sesi kelima dari Prof. Yusrita dari UMT Malaysia. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.